The importance of not giving your children an excuse to be jealous of another child. The importance of the parents not practicing favoritism. And this is a major problem in our culture. Major problem in the modern Muslim culture, that the favorite child is known to the other siblings. In this story, they knew Yusuf was favorite, but not because of something tangible. Simply, they could sense the emotion. You can't control emotion, right? But unfortunately, in our culture, all too many families, they demarcate, this is the favorite one, and everybody knows this is the favorite one, and all of your attention and all of your resources and all of your wealth and money and private tuition and best university, the favorite one, and then the other ones you neglect. And subhanallah, children are looking for such an excuse, and it's going to be harmful and detrimental. Oh parents, you have to make sure that outwardly there is nothing that can be detected. As for inwardly, that's between you and Allah. But outwardly, nothing should be able to be detected. And especially between sons and daughters. Inheritance is something else. Gifts have to be equal. Don't make qiyas of inheritance upon gifts. If you give your son $100 gift, you should give your daughter $100 gift as well. Because equality in children in this world has nothing to do with inheritance. Inheritance is a different thing altogether. As for this world, then you have to be equal. Now obviously, what you gift is going to be different, no problem. But the expensiveness, the amount that you're gifting, there should be a relative similar. Now obviously another issue comes, what if one of the child is 18 and the other is 7 years old? You cannot give the same, understandable. But you have to put it in mind, what I gave to the 18-year-old, when the 7-year-old becomes 18, I have to give something similar like that. So you have to put this in mind so that there's no sense of, oh, so my brother got this, my sister got this, but when I needed it, my parents didn't do this. You don't realize, oh parents, the resentment that develops in a child's heart. And in the story of Yaqub alayhi salam, in fact, that resentment wasn't even physical, it was emotional, and yet still they sensed it, and that resentment developed. What if they could pinpoint and say, look at what he's giving to Yusuf, how much worse it would have gotten. The importance of being equal with your children in demonstrating care, in demonstrating tuition, in demonstrating education, in demonstrating taking care of their needs. When you give one of them a car, by the time the other one gets to that age, that person should also get a car, or else they're going to feel, hold on, this is not fair. You as a parent have to make sure there is equality in this regard. And by the way, this is explicit in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. A man came, he had a favorite son, and he gave a gift of a slave to his son. The Prophet ﷺ said, did you give your other children a same gift? He goes, no, I didn't. So the Prophet said, I cannot bear witness to dhulm. I cannot bear witness. Go away from me. I cannot bear witness to this. You are in my presence. I have to speak out. I cannot bear witness that you are mistreating the other children by preferencing one over the others. This is an authentic hadith in Sahih Bukhari. So we learn this from the story as well. Yaqub knows his own sons have done something to harm Yusuf. Can you imagine the pain the father would feel? Yaqub knows that Yusuf is now lost, or maybe even dead, or whatever. And who's responsible? The very people that are around him. And there is tension. You can tell in the story. The brothers come back and they say, for how long will you remember Yusuf? Until you go senile? Until you go mad? Come on, get over him. And the father says, I'm not even talking to you. I'm not complaining to you. I'm complaining to Allah. And Yaqub cries and cries till he goes blind. There's clearly tension. How could there not be? But he never cut them off. He never boycotted them. He never said, get away from me. Because he hoped and hoped and hoped he would recuperate all of them back, and he did. And this shows us the default. And I know this is a sensitive topic, but we learn from this. The default, there are always exceptions. May Allah protect all of us. If a son or daughter does something wrong, learn from this story. We have again this cultural issue. I'm not going to talk to you again. Khalas, don't come to this house. Whatever your child has done, inshallah, guaranteed, he didn't abduct another child and sell him into slavery. Okay? Whatever your child has done, You didn't tie his hands and throw him into a well, and then when a caravan came, sold him for a few measly dirhams. Come on, calm down. Whatever your son or daughter has done, it is not worse than what the brothers of Yusuf did to Yusuf. And yet the Prophet Yaqub, knowing his children have done something, and there is tension, you're not going to ignore it. There is tension, but he realizes, I have to keep these children because I want them to come back. I want them to repent. I want them to be guided. And did they not repent in the end of the story? So the default, and I stand by what I say, yes, there might be exceptions here and there, but the default, O Muslim parent, if your son or daughter goes down the path of ignorance, the path of darkness, the path of sin, the path of evil, the default, you don't cut off from them. There should be some ta'alluq and relationship. There should be some presence in their life because you want them to come back like Yaqub wanted his children to come back.